Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About Tomorrow, where we discuss anything and everything. I'm your host, Petrina.
And I'm your co-host, David.
On today's episode, we have David.
Another David.
So, yeah, and we have Light.
Good morning. Welcome. And we have Paris in the house with us. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.
Okay, today we want to talk about talking to people online. Is it safe? Is it a safe thing to do? So the advent of the internet has changed the way people communicate, and I must add significantly. Now, if anything, it has breached two major barriers in human interactions, which are time and space, but especially space. So first, from emails and then to social media platforms like Facebook and X and much more recently WhatsApp, and then to so many more. More people are talking to more people regardless of spatial difference and clear dangers. So let me ask this question now. Has a total stranger ever spoken to you, or have you ever had reason to speak to a total stranger because social media has made you neighbors? I'm asking you.
Me?
Yes, has a total stranger ever, hit you up maybe on Instagram?
Yes, a lot. And it doesn't go far. Because what do I have to talk to you about? What are we discussing?
You don't like
I
to
don't know
you
you
don't,
in
you don't like
person.
to make new friends on
I
social
don't like
media.
to make new
What was the first social media platform you actually used?
Facebook. We all
Facebook.
started from Facebook.
Now,
No, like
Go.
interacted
Go.
with
Go.
very well. Like
What I use now mostly is Facebook I started with. I didn't really do to go.
you didn't do to go.
there's
Why?
no living.
I was busy playing with Sam. You guys play with phones. Thank you so much.
We collected our elder brother's phone.
Light, what about you? Have you ever had reason to talk to somebody online? Or has anybody, like a
Light.
strange person?
Like
Just to
we
make
get
a new
catalog.
friend. Just to make a new friend or somebody message you. Which one?
Yes, get to make a new friend. Maybe no, but then chatting a total stranger up, or a total stranger chatting you up. It depends. What if it is business related?
Have you done it before?
No,
Of course, yes.
they why not? Did they chat to you?
Even if it's
I don't.
business, even if
If
it's
you want to wrap
You
it
get to know
up,
somebody
if
from
it's
somewhere.
business, if it's
you've never seen. I got your number from your friend.
We have a lot of people like that on Facebook. That be
Okay.
asking you that where are you, where do you stay? How do you like somebody lost in your area? Like, are you looking for somebody? That kind of questions. So it happens. There's nothing about it.
Okay.
If it's Facebook, I usually just assume that it's scam.
I don't even use Messenger again because it's a lot. I don't know.
Mine is Instagram. I've gotten messages from Instagram, and I knew that it was scam because you just see the profile. You see
The ones on Instagram are usually sexual.
now fine when you go,
like,
you go just see for the, and I just know that this one jobless boy somewhere thinking they
Maga
can.
or Mugu.
It's a lie.
Barrister.
So the question you are asking is it safe to talk to people?
I'm asking if you have ever had any reason to message people.
Or be
Of
messaged
course.
by
People like
strangers.
strangers.
I have
Yeah.
messaged people, and I've also been messaged.
Are you open to it, like talking to strangers online?
Yes, I'm very open-minded, but I don't get serious until I have done a video call and see the person.
Mm.
Most of them don't want to. That is the angle. Once you say do a video call, let me see you. There was one that was chatting me up on something that he brought some equipment from UK. The equipment are with him. He needed this money to do this, that. Sent all the equipment to me. I saw the equipment, and I said, you know what? Bring those equipment out where you are now. Do a video now with those equipment. That's the end of that conversation.
Scam.
You understand? Okay, so you always see that. Of course, there's once you are on the internet space, you are online, people will chat you up. You can also chat people up, especially when you have maybe read about somebody somewhere. You want to be a friend with this person, or you want to make inquiries on something. I have a lot of transactions go on online. There was time I was looking for an editor. Okay, they recommended someone, and I went online to check out the person and the jobs he has done so far and all that. Then I started chatting. So you can only do this a stranger. I don't know him before, but you need a service and
So what are some things that Barrister has already mentioned video call? Like how do you know that this person is scammer or is not genuine? How do you know?
At times there are patterns that way that these people come to you. Some of them are not that brilliant or intelligent to the extent that they'll change their pattern. You get it that same way, that got casted. They'll just you get it that format.
The same format, they will call you on WhatsApp
You get
and say
it.
that.
A lot of those things are not new again.
So whether do you have the password for the meeting
But
tonight?
1 or 2 seconds with them.
Yeah,
No,
okay,
it's like
no,
this one is.
dates, like
Because
live
we are
music.
Nigerians and we are used to it. I'm sure that some people, some other people from other countries, they will still fall for that thing.
Yeah.
Because we are used to it here.
No,
Some other people from other
when
countries,
we're
so
talking
Nigerians.
about the online space and scam now, the one that thrives the most are people that prey on senior citizens abroad.
Yeah.
You know, senior
They're not-
citizens are not so familiar with the internet. They are still a bit
Yeah,
naive. and
Abroad, they are even teaching them how to use internet.
Mhm.
And those senior citizens, one thing you cannot take away from them is they have equity and they have pension.
Mm.
You understand?
Mm.
You see them, you go to the Korea registry, every day they are wedding young boys,
Mm.
25-year-old, marry 85, 65, 75. You see those elderly people in the UK, some of them are columnists. Some of them, they watch over society. From the upstairs, they check, they call 911. Police will just know you. No, they have experience, serious work experience. Okay. So, society have a way of using them. And because they are also bored,
Mm.
Yeah, but
yes.
But
They want to travel with a young guy to one forest and live there. Meanwhile, the person here want to travel to one America where there's skyscrapers. You understand?
So
They will pay any amount of money to come and habit somewhere in Africa. For all they have read all their life, they want to see it and all that.
Yeah.
And also because they have disposable income.
yes,
Yeah.
emphasis on
As
disposable.
against our elderly people here.
Yeah,
And,
the difference is like
clear,
when you say
very wide.
boro
Yeah.
boro. David, for you, what are the things you see or you look out for to say, okay, this person is not genuine online?
Well, I'm very bad at making online friends. Even if a girl sees my picture, hi, I'm a fine guy, I get to know you. That conversation, that one happens a lot.
Wow.
Yeah, you
That
don't.
conversation would only last today because I don't know what I'll
You
tell
won't
you. I don't
follow.
know
Do you
I'm
understand?
surprised
I'm
the women
more-
are shooting their show.
I'm more.
And women now, that's a conversation for another day.
No, but,
Women now-
there are people who meet online, strangers.
I can't
Meet
be
online, develop affinity, and
The problem is
And they get
maintaining
married.
the energy for small talk. Some of us don't have that energy anymore. That's the problem.
for
You
small
know,
talk.
small.
Yes.
How you get to know somebody? How you
Then
get
my DM
comfortable
and
with the
start saying
person?
what you want to say. Don't come
Don't
and
come and
be
ask
how
me
are
how
you? How are you?
Do you get the same question is how are you? Are you doing? If you are open to it, from there you are bonding. This person is telling you how their day went, and you say, okay, this person spoke to me. You know what? Let me see the picture of that person. You know all those kind of things we used to do when we were in secondary school. Now,
Do you know I
if
give
I
up?
don't see you in
Do you know I
person,
give
the
up?
energy is not there.
Nigerian women are very hard to talk to. Nigerian girls are very hard to talk to.
That-
I don't understand.
Wait. If you ask how are you,
No, how did your day? How did your day go? Is fine.
That's the how did your day
That's
go?
a conversation. Explaining. We should be noting these things.
Fine.
It's a conversation for another day.
So what do you mean by-
They expect that you drive the conversation. Like, it's not lying. No, the truth, we might be digressing a bit here, but the
Okay.
point is in making small talk, you should be as
But
fine as
but
it gets.
let me
But
tell you
the way that you drive the conversation,
Let me tell you the
well,
reason.
it's
Now, do you want to
fine.
listen or do you want to?
What's the
Yeah.
reason?
So, you are the one that came to the woman, right? And you're interested in her. Make yourself interesting. I don't have
should make myself
You don't be as wise as how are you? How you doing? How is
Wait.
She said that
Where is the person want to start from actually? You guys will lay the rules now. Write it down somewhere. Where is the person want to start?
You start
Someone who
with
says
an
how are you?
interesting
Is it wrong?
conversation. You can start by talking about yourself. Don't come and say how are you? Oh, this happened today. Whatever. The way
Okay,
you talk.
to put
Because
it in
so many
perspective.
people can just ask me how I am. You need to
To
make
put it in
yourself
perspective,
like-
it is not someone you are just talking to for the first time. There is a place of talking to someone for the first time, and you are being cautious. You don't want to put yourself out there. This person, you already have rapport 1 week, 2 weeks. You've seen yourselves once or twice, and you just want to have small talk. You want to just have a conversation.
They're trying to say that it does not matter
People
how
are
long.
inherently boring. That's the point.
Not all of us. You can't say that for all of us.
We'll have that
You
conversation
can't say
some
that for all
other
of
time.
us. Yeah.
Okay.
Dangers of talking to strangers online.
Being killed.
That
like
did
that.
Oh,
It was just like that.
that's the worst.
But that's one now.
No, it's the way you just said it.
Being killed like
Like you kept it somewhere.
I like it because
That should be on your mind. It should actually be on your mind.
you should be watchful as what we've seen what is going on. 2 ladies left to see one man. He killed them.
Yeah.
That
That's true.
We've seen the case of Inyo, the one that happened 3 years ago, right? That happened in Akwa Ibom State. On Twitter, this guy sent him a message that there's a job for her somewhere.
Yes.
This guy just finished her
I
NYSC.
remember.
She went there and the guy killed her.
Yeah.
Used this to eat her and kill her. So we've seen the cases and the pattern repeatedly. So one of the dangers is being killed, like he said. Another one is being abused. Being abused and being violated sexually and otherwise. Another one also is we're talking about the dangers. I mean,
You already mentioned scam actually.
Yes, scam. We mentioned scam and all that. And there are people also who use I don't know whether it works, but that they use voodoo. An old man will call you.
Juju.
Yeah, an old man will call you and beg you something like that. So that's why I said I don't know whether it works. The old man will now beg you, say you should do something. Then later another person will now call you, say something. They will now start to do all those things they do. So we don't know where actually. What we should do is to ensure that we are guarded.
Yes.
Some people go online. One part of the dangers: go online, develop affinity, start having sexual intercourse online, and start sharing nude pictures. Now those nude pictures are used to blackmail.
There's something we call it sex chatting.
Okay, sex chatting.
Sexting, yeah. If you combine the word.
Okay, so you start doing that, and you don't know that the adverse party is harvesting.
We've
those
had a
pictures.
lot of situations like
Yes.
that.
But
Yes.
these days, it's not really so much of a big deal.
No,
Want
we
to
say
send somebody
dangers.
to it. Yeah, I know.
It is.
It's not that
So-
much of a big deal.
So we
like
saw Tiwa Savage.
exactly.
We saw
Oxley.
Moyo
Moyo
Lawal.
Yeah.
Oxley,
But I feel like this
Oxley.
one was intentional.
That was So we've seen this pattern. It's not everyone that can actually emotionally stand those things. You might be strong, but that person is not strong enough. You
And there is a
understand?
particular TikTok influencer too.
Yes, that's doing all that. And this podcast again, because I think that podcast as a podcast. Because I believe that the greatest threat to the unity and peace of Nigeria now is not hunger, it's podcast.
You've said this thing before. Yeah, I said it before.
It's podcast. The way people are going about podcast and then making demands,
It's a pandemic.
shouting at people and telling people to bring money. You understand?
Say that word.
No. See, in
Yeah.
her defense, she was talking about herself. She did not say this is the standard.
You know how many
That's your problem.
No.
I watched it from beginning to end. She said
Why did she apologize? No, she has apologized.
No, now. People were watching. No, now.
No.
You can't talk like that.
Our apology, sir, was not even an apology.
You're trying to say that if you're on a certain level, you should bring yourself down just because
Which
society.
level is that?
She was categorical.
Did she say that this is what it should be? Don't collect this. Don't collect this.
She said for her, but she was trying to project. She wasn't saying for her like I don't care about you. I'm not saying you should do it too. But for no, that's not what she was saying.
There is one person that said now that if you are going to a particular level,
Should
Yes.
should you bring them?
What
Which
level
level
should-
is that?
If according to her. No, according to her, if that's the amount of money she needs.
Even that
She knows
conversation
they're not
was
considered.
serious.
They're not
You will not be asking for that.
Let me even say this.
She's
That
not impressed.
Let me even say that
Influencer.
that amount of money she even calling made it clear that she's a poor girl.
Of course.
She's very
Actually.
poor.
You can't be going out and
She's very, very poor.
If you send 20 million and at your beck and call.
And she said the first time will not hurt. You understand? This is someone who came out.
Please, it's not like as if I
She has parents and she has siblings, and that's what she's dishing out. And the idea of an influencer is that you get so big and grown to the point that you can now influence for brands. Do you understand?
Which she's currently
Except
doing.
that she's misdirected and she does not even know the purpose.
Is she an influencer or just a popular person?
She's an
She's
influencer.
an influencer. But
When she says something down,
an influencer,
social media
hold on.
space will listen.
An influencer does not mean you have to be positive. You can be there's a course your Jacko some time ago. I don't know where she is now. She was an influencer. The internet had not even grown this much. You don't know her royal agency. Course Ojako. You don't know a big boosted lady
Yeah, I know.
that did a video, music video for Opesere. You know Opesere? You guys are very young.
I know.
So
Man, not those songs.
Yeah.
Yes,
you see these things people are doing today. It's not today. It's been there. So some people have the balls to come out and show immoral conduct and the rest of that. So this one she's doing, even if she had any brand already she's representing, after that she will strip her off that brand.
TikTok shit down now.
So and the
So
blog
even her Instagram.
She got it back.
Well, let's circle back to what we're talking about. So, Light, now let me ask you, how do you think a parent can ensure that their children are using the internet safely?
Big
See,
question.
that's very difficult to do, but then I think it's just by guidance, proper guidance, because they might not be home every time to actually check their phone or know what they are doing behind them. You get it?
The thing about proper guidance is if once you leave these children for 2 seconds, they have other things they want
That's
to
what I'm
do.
saying.
But still, I would say that they should follow up, see what your child is doing. It's very important.
I can easily minimize and delete whatsoever I've
even
searched.
if you give your child a phone, still check what the child is doing with that phone. See what they are doing. Come in unexpectedly, pick up the phones and check it. We've given you these phones, fine, yes, you are using it to do whatever you want to do, but they still have the power to come as far as, let's say, the child is still 20 and below, because that's the age of
20.
That's the age of most
20-year-old
African
girl.
A 20-year-old person. You come and collect my phone as what?
Still, I don't know about you, but when I was I was still submitting my phone by 7 p.m.
But wait,
Almost going on by 7 p.m.
This their time, 20-year-olds buy their own phones.
Still.
So if I buy my phone, my parents will come and tell me that I should.
You go and live under the bridge.
You might not even be living with your parents
Okay.
at 20.
Okay. But still,
It's
for
true.
children that are, let's say, 12, getting the phone.
What me I would say, what I would
agree
say,
with
as a parent, as a person intending to be a parent, one thing for me is the type of environment my kids will grow up in. I want to be very intentional about it.
Okay.
I want them to be able to, people say it is cliche, but it's the truth. I want them to be able to tell me ask anything. There are some things that I will discuss it with my schoolmates and everything. The first time I knew about sex was in school. Till today, my parents have never said, we've never had a conversation, my mom and my dad, they just assumed that you're supposed to have known. And the very first time I asked a question about it, a particular brand of condom was advertised and I was 6, 7, and I was very vocal. I talked. So I saw it, the advert was, I still remember the song, use your head, think your head, something like along this, like that's the jingle. I saw it, I didn't understand. And we're all in the sitting room, watching a movie, they break the movie, put advert. What is this thing used for? That was my question. And everywhere, if you drop a pin, you will hear the sound of the pin on the floor.
How would they have explained to you?
They should have found a way.
I say find a way.
I was thinking to myself, did I say something wrong? So I'll just let it pass. Again, I asked. Everywhere was quiet. I just knew not to ask again. The first time I knew about sexual intercourse was in JSS1, basic science, Auntie Balogun,
Somebody's
and she was saying it. She was saying it. I felt violated. That what is this woman saying?
Someone once answered that thing for me, saying that the answer was your mom and dad sent you to school to go and know about it. So why should they come and discuss it?
No, that's very wrong.
No.
Because you might get the wrong idea.
That's very wrong.
Imagine
who is the place to get the wrong idea?
Imagine it wasn't Auntie Balogun that taught me first about it, and I learned it
No,
from
you see,
someone that had
in those days, when we were in secondary school, there's what they call sex education. It's different from
Are you
biology.
serious?
Yes.
Wow.
It's in the curriculum, sex education.
It was totally different from.
Why do you think I could say anything in public? You guys can't. But on the show here, I will tell you his penis, his vagina. So why am I able to do it? Do you think because I'm strong?
Why did they change
It's
that?
because they taught us sex education. It's sex education. That's the topic, not topic, but the subject.
It was a subject of.
Yes, they will teach you through, and you will write the exam on it. Just like you are doing mathematics now. You offer mathematics, you offer it. You understand? We offered integrated science, we offered even the biology. Reproduction was a critical topic. You understand? You were told this thing. There's no sin or there's no shame in telling you what the reality is. So, young as your children, go online, get those materials, tell them that this is what it's about. Not the wrong one they tell us, so that if you touch a man like this, that one is not said. That is sex and miseducation. So we had a subject like that. I don't know why it's not in school these days. People should, yes, they should open this thing up. The earlier, you see, you don't just go to school to learn positives. Because we think that school is to make you to become a good citizen. No. You are going to school to learn both the good and the bad. But there's a caveat that you must apply the good at all times. But you need to know the bad.
Yes. I sat my cousins that stayed with us. One was 4, 6. When they were going somewhere that they had to do, I just felt the need and I sat them down. All 3 of them. One is a girl. It felt weird, but there's a way they know me, they like me, I'm very playful, I'm really good with kids. So I sat them and we discussed pornography. I discussed it with details. And then looked at the eldest, which was around, Isaiah was around 11, 12. I just said, you've seen it before, where did you see it? The first said, no, he hasn't seen it before. I then said, come on, we are the ones talking. He then said, in GSS1, one boy brought one phone to school, blah, blah. I was shocked. I was hoping he had not seen it before.
There's always
but he told me, I had to adjust, then look like it's not, I knew you would have seen it before, but this is how these people, I had to then demystify it for the girl, the youngest of them was, she was asking questions because I was the one talking about it. She was saying, do you understand? So I think that is the way to go, even when it comes to safety for children online. Let them be that free with you to be able to
talk to them about it.
Something is good unless you say it's bad. Until you say it's bad, something is good.
Yeah.
So you are supposed to know it, and then you don't. Everyone should know what is good and bad. That, of course, that was what Adam and Eve signed up to. So what is your own? They have already signed up to it before you came by that description. Okay, so know what is good, know what is bad, but apply what is good at all times.
Yes. Okay, thank you, Barrister, for being on the show today.
Thank you, David. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for watching. This is Let's Talk About Tomorrow, and I am Katrina and
David.
Thank you for watching. Bye from us.
Bye.
Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.